Alright, hey, Hayes Mega here, and so this is another Alta Redshift SM39 video, and it's about the new Rage Cycles Fender Eliminator kit. Alright, I finally got one. It's right here. We'll take a closer look at it in a bit. Alright, so why does Hayes Mega wants to get a Fender Eliminator kit? Alright, and there's the only company that ever made a Fender Eliminator kit for this bike. I'm sure you could probably make something up, but I kind of like the way the look of it. All right, it makes the rear end look a lot cleaner. All right, in my opinion, Alta owners just kind of slapped this rear section together, you know, to make it street legal. Like obviously, you know, it has. I don't like this tail light. It's kind of dorky looking. It doesn't flow with the with the way the bike looks and stuff. Alright, I'm not a big fan of these big dorky fenders. Alright, the rear fender, the extra rear fender is what it is. Okay, I like a nice sleek, sharp rear fender. Alright, a lot of my bikes don't have the rear fender anymore. Even my DR doesn't have it anymore. And these big dorky blinkers, man. I keep on kicking these guys. Alright, I'm constantly kicking the top of the rear fender. Alright, and the turn signals. Okay. The front turn signals, that's another story. Alright, Hayes Mega is planning to replace the front turn signals with LED turn signals for the handguards. Okay, that's going to be a separate video. Okay, hopefully we can get that done. The reason I want to change those ones is because I actually crashed into a barrier at Apex. Apex Karting Center, and I busted one off. Okay, fortunately I was able to put it back together again, but yeah, so that's the reason I wanted thing. All right, okay, yeah, and I just wanted a more elegant looking tail. All right, so we're gonna get rid of this. So Hayes Mega had actually planned on, I was just gonna take the license plate holder off and then plop it. Like drill holes on the long fender and then stick it on top, and I think it would look a little better. All right. And another thing I've noticed is while I'm racing, or just when I'm riding off road and stuff, the tail of the Redshift, it flops around all over the place, and especially all this. You got all this weight at the end of the bike. All right. That's not the place you want to have all the weight. All right, guys. You want all the weight of the bike to be centralized. All right. So hopefully by cleaning this section up, it won't be as floppy, alright? So I've noticed this fender, it flops around a lot. Look at this. Look at how much it moves around a lot, man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, man. Alright, but anyway, so I got this new Rage Cycles fender kit. They're still in business. They still make Fender Eliminator kits, and they make LED turn signals and all that. They actually make an LED turn signal for this bike, alright, but I'm planning to just do my own thing, okay? I was planning to do my own thing for the front, alright, but for the rear, we're going to go with the new Rage Cycles. They actually do sell the front kit still, alright, but unfortunately, they no longer, the Fender Eliminator kit has been discontinued, and they no longer sell it. I even asked them, alright, they wouldn't sell it to me. They go for around $200, and I got this from the Electric Dirt Bike Riders Forum, from the username Vinsanity, all right, in Texas. He had one, and I offered, like, hey, I asked, like, hey, does anybody have one of these for sale? Because I want one, and then he had it. All right, I talked to somebody before that, and they said they were gonna sell it to me for really cheap, and then they just disappeared on me, man. Like they flaked out on me. So I said I offered $140 for it, and here it is. Okay, he said it's a little bit broken, all right, type of thing. All right, but yeah, so it has the integrated turn signal and everything. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I probably could have made something like that. So you know what, I might have been able to use the grit shift light thingamajigger for this. Now that I think about it, I probably could have done it, and it probably could have worked. I would have probably had to put the resistors. So the Redshift uses incandescent bulbs, and so you need to put resistors in line on the lights, so it'll blink at the proper rate. Okay, guys, and it doesn't have a turn signal relay. All right, it's a weird bike. All right, it's got odd electronics on it and stuff. So to get around that, you install 22 ohm resistors, and that should be enough of a load to make it blink the right rate. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, let's go take a look at this thing. Like I said, I got it for 140 bucks. Vinsanity did say that the bracket was bent a little bit, and he actually gave me 2 brackets. All right, I didn't know he was going to send me 2 of them, but he sent me one that was it's kind of bent up, and then there's another one that he made, like he added a piece of plastic to it to make it stronger, and I think that's the one we're probably going to use. Okay, so I have heard there has been problems with this Fender Eliminator kit, and most of the problems come from the running it on the EX models, all right, or people that are trying to convert their MX into like a EX model, all right, with the tail lights and everything, all right. So when under full compression, the wheel will hit the license plate and it'll mess up the license plate. It'll chew up the license plate. There's one way we can test that, is to take the shock off, take the spring out, and fully compress the suspension all the way. Okay, or I don't know, have somebody really heavy sit on the bike or something. I don't know. So until it bottoms out and stuff. Okay, or yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Take the shock off, take the spring out, and then put the shock back in without the spring, and then pull up the suspension all the way. Is what I'm gonna say. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's the problem. That's the problem that people have having with this kit. That's the main problem, is that, yeah, especially if you have knobbies. The tires are thicker with knobbies, so if you hit it, it'll just chew up that license plate. Okay, hopefully that won't be a problem with the Supermoto. All right, as far as I know, this kit was designed for the Supermoto, because on their website they have a Supermoto. Okay. All right, let's go check it out. Okay, here is said unit. All right, here's the main dealie here. Okay, so basically you got to take all that plastic stuff off, and it just becomes this, guys. This is awesome. It's a lot less bulkier than the stock setup. Okay, I'm not a really big fan of the stock setup, guys. I think this is a little bit more elegant looking. Okay, it's kind of like it's similar to the one I have on the Light B right now. All right, it has a strip of LEDs, and then there's a second set. There's a set on the side here that blinks amber, and another that blinks amber, and I guess there's a running light and then a brake light. All right, so it works very similar to that one I have on the Light B type of thing. So I might be able to, I don't know, I might be able to rig everything out. But another thing is it's plug and play. Okay, so you should be able to plug it into your regular harness and it'll do the thing. So. Okay, so it's got everything. I think it has all the resistors in it. I'm not 100%. We'll find out. But there's a resistor right here. Okay, so maybe that's what we need. Okay. So yeah, so this is going to go, I believe it's going to go like that. Okay. It's going to look like that on the tail. All right, and here's what the plate looks like. All right. Doesn't look too bad. But it's bent here pretty badly, right? I guess it's okay. Once the license plate's on it, it'll be fine. But yeah, you can see it's kind of weak. Why did they make a big cutout like right here, you know? So this is what Vinsanity did to make it stronger. All right, they get this bent plastic here. They get a big thick piece of plastic and they bent it. All right, it's quite a bit. Probably twice as heavy. It's probably twice as heavy as the other one, but it looks a lot more stout. All right, so I think we're gonna go with this. What he did is, I guess they bolted they put 3 bolts and they bolted this piece of plastic to it to make it stronger, right? And then you would just put the license plate where these 4 holes are. Okay, and oh, this one is busted a little bit, but the main mounting dealie is a plastic. So maybe we could just put this with this. Combine the two together? I don't know, but I think this is fine. This will work. Alright, it doesn't look like it's gonna break too easily. Okay. Alright, hopefully we won't have that problem. Haze Mega actually does jump his Redshift. Alright, I do Supermoto, and we do some jumping, so hopefully we won't have that problem. Maybe we'll test to see if it's a problem. Maybe I'll take the shock off. I don't think it's very difficult to take it off on this bike. Okay, so yeah, let's go install it. I've got the instruction manuals on my phone. Okay, if you go to the NRC website, they have it. I'd imagine not too many people are interested in this, but this is just part of my vlog for the Redshift SM. Okay, so there it is. That's what the instructions look like. We'll follow along, and hopefully we can get there. There's 10 steps. All right. Okay, before we take it apart, here's what the tail end of the Redshift SM looks like. All right. It's got this it looks kind of faded already. It's got this little fender beak sticking out here on top, you know, right behind the regular fender. A lot of stock bikes have that, all right? Like even my KLR still has it. All right, I left the one on the KLR because it looks kind of more elegant on the KLR. All right, but what a lot of people do is they take this extra fender off, and then they take the plate off and they just stick it like right here or something. Okay, and that's kind of like what we're gonna be doing, all right? But so another thing is, yes, we're gonna get a lot of spray from the wheel, okay? Because the fender will go from here, all right, to like right here, basically, okay? So there's gonna be some stuff hitting me, all right? Hopefully I'm not riding this in the dirt too much. I mean, hopefully I'm not riding this in the rain all that much. I'm trying not to, you know? But yeah, type of thing. So there might be some stuff hitting me in the back of the head, but it can't be worse than the light bee, man. The light bee is freaking awful, man. Yeah. Yeah, if just this the fender was just a little bit longer, it would be perfect, man. So I guess that's why you need this extra part here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go start taking this apart. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. So it's got the license plate holder. I actually kind of like this license plate holder. It's really cool. It's aluminum. It's pretty lightweight. It's got a license plate light here. Okay. It's like a LED light. All right. It has reflectors on it. These big dorky reflectors. All right. We're gonna just ditch the reflectors. Maybe I'll put some reflective tape on the side or something. All right. There's another reflector here in the center. Yeah, it's really bulky, man. But so far, like with all the racing and riding I've been doing, it's hung in there. So you know, it's well engineered. All right. It just kind of flops all over the place. It looks like that. Yeah, just imagine that. When I'm riding, you'll see that thing flopping. I can imagine I'm racing and the person behind me sees this license plate flopping all over the place. So we're gonna get rid of it. It'll make it more elegant. The license, if I do drop the bike, the turn signals will be less likely to break off. But however, I haven't had any problems with the turn signals getting busted off when I dropped the bike. I think I only dropped the bike less than a handful of times, but. Okay, so that's the scoop. Yeah, we'll be getting rid of all of these. This big dorky looking tail light, all right? Not a big fan of that. And then this big beak thing here, okay? Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind if I just move this over here to take all the reflectors off, but I think this will be a lot more slicker looking, is what I want to say, all right? All right. Okay, it doesn't really say it in the manual, but I'm gonna disassemble this license plate assembly. Okay, I'll just get a quick video of me doing it. That's crazy. I did it without any tools, guys. Maybe I might want to get something else besides this. Yeah, I took the license plate without any tools. That's no bueno. Okay, I might need a tool for this one. Okay, so I guess it takes 3 of these Torx screws to remove this from here, and it looks like they're just screwed into the plastic here. Actually, before that, we'll remove this license plate light dealy also. Okay, I notice all these bolts have a little bit of Loctite on it, blue Loctite, so we're going to make sure we put some. Okay, there's the light, just kind of dangling there. Okay, there's the license plate assembly. Alright, it's got these dorky reflectors on it. I'm slowly getting rid of all these reflectors, man. One on the front. I actually have another I have a brand new one right here. I bought one from Liquid Performance, just in case. Oh, just in case I was gonna do my own Fender Eliminator thing, but I just never got around to it. So, and I like this NRC setup better. Okay, so it says there's 5 Phillips head screws underneath that's got to come off, and there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and I think the whole thing will come out. I've never taken it apart, so let's see. Okay, looks like it's just gonna come apart now. Okay, I think you just pull back and the whole thing should just come out. It's kind of dirty in there, maybe we want to clean it. Okay, there you go. That's the whole tail assembly right there. Booties. Check out the difference. The thing is humongous, man. Man. Alright. So I think I should take pictures of that just in case I ever want to put it back. I'll know how to do it. Alright, so everything it's got spade connectors. That's kind of odd, right? Alright, but the new one has spade connectors too, as you can see right here. So you gotta just plug that into there. I probably want to clean this up a little bit with some contact cleaner. Okay, first. So this says the next step is to unplug all the connections and then remove the whole plastic dealie. Alright. So basically the only thing that's holding it on is this tape here. So I guess well, let's disconnect everything first and then we'll tape it to untape it. Okay, and they're labeled. Alright guys, this one says license light. Okay, this one says right turn signal. Alright, and you just squeeze this down here and then it should come out. Or no, squeeze this up here. That's weird, how did I get the other one out so easily? Okay. And then there's obviously the spade connectors. Okay. And then take these out. Everything looks like it's in relatively good shape. Okay, I think that's all the wires. And then we just gotta take this piece of tape out. So not to get all this out, I guess I'll leave the tape. Okay, I still got that, I see that redding dirt. Okay, so that's the whole tail assembly right there, guys. Okay, so the next step, it says that you need to install the license plate bracket. So the previous owner of this, all right, modified this. I just noticed it mounts somewhere else. So I believe this is supposed to mount here. Okay, somewhere here. It either mounts here, all right, or here in the back. I guess you can choose. I don't know what all these extra holes are, alright? So, but I guess we're gonna mount it right here. Boys, it's like flexing and stuff too. Alright, but we got all these zip ties and stuff here, so I'm assuming the only place to mount it, because they zip tied everything, is right here at the end. Alright, so that's where we're going to put it. I think putting it at the end is the best idea. Alright, that'll probably keep it from getting gobbled up by the wheel. Okay, when I bottom out the suspension. Alright, so I'm gonna install it right here. I don't have the bolts, so I'm going to go find some. Okay, welcome to my workbench. So what I got going on right now is I'm going to add some felt to the license plate. So when this thing flops around, I don't want it to make any noises, because my electric bike is very quiet and I don't want to hear the sound of my license plate flopping around. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's in pretty good shape. Well, this part is busted though. Yeah, but the center part is still there. Okay, so I'm gonna add but yeah, so that's the brand right there, newragecycles.com. I don't know why they have two of these, but I'm gonna add a felt here, and maybe felt here on the sides, and maybe a teeny tiny little bit here. Okay, so for that, you get a little piece of alcohol. I have this dollar store felt, all right, that I got. Clean this plate up. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to go add some felt to it, so that way the plastic part won't rattle on this, and then we're going to add some felt to the plastic part on the other side, so the license plate doesn't rattle on that. Okay. So like this strip looks like it's the perfect size for here, almost. So I got this stuff from Daiso, all right, Japanese dollar store, my favorite place to shop. Probably add that much. Okay. Okay, since I got a heat gun, I'll heat it up a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Just stick it in there somewhere. Okay, there's one. I'm going to add 2 more strips here. I think this one, nope, not quite. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to cut a piece off like that. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put it on each side. Okay. Come on, man. Got to make a nicer cut than that. Probably don't have to worry about this falling off as much because it's going to be sandwiched in there, guys. Okay. I'm going to add some small strips right here and right here. Okay, and I'm going to add some here and right here. Okay, I think that's fine. All right, so let's go put the. Oops. All right, we're gonna go put the plate back on to the plastic part. You can tell that they hastily made this. It's just there's still flakes here, man, from them drilling all this. Okay. I might want to add a little extra Loctite to that. I want to add Loctite to everything, guys. Okay, Loctite is your friend. I hope these are stainless steel. Like my bike spends a whole lot of time outside anyways, but... Okay, there's gonna be no rattling going on there, guys. Okay, now we gotta go add some felt to this so this doesn't rattle. All right, I'll add 3 strips right along this way. Okay. Okay, not the bestest job ever, but it'll do the trick. All right, now we got to get some fasteners for this. So they drilled some pretty small screws in here. So yeah, they didn't give me any fasteners for it. So yeah, I can't use the old ones because they're too big. Okay, guys, that's what I got. These small screws with the fender washers. All right. The only thing is like I couldn't find screws that were long enough to go all the way through. What I could do is just drill the holes and make them bigger so I can use a bigger bolts like these ones right here. So it doesn't go all the way to this part. So this could flop around, right? But I highly unlikely. Like I said, I put the felt on it, so it should be good. Okay, this thing is not going to make any noise, and it's going to be solid. Okay, so now we're done with the license plate. Let's go attach it to this guy here. Oh, now I got to find two bolts that go here. Hey, there it is. I got these two bolts right here, and then there's these nuts. Maybe if I could find well, I wanted to put a big washer on this because there's not a lot of holding it together, you know. All right, it does look like it's a little crooked, the plate. All right, and it kind of, the plate does act as kind of like a fender also, so I guess it winds up being an Fender extension anyway. So that's not quite how I wanted it, but this should I don't think it's supposed to be mounted here, guys. I think this is supposed to actually be mounted back here, right back here, but they moved it. It's been modified so it goes to the end here. So, but I guess that's good because then I don't have to worry about the fender, the wheel hitting it. I definitely don't think the fender will hit it, and it'll act as a kind of a fender also. So. So let's compare it to the other one. Okay, there you go, guys. So it actually doesn't, it winds up not making the, I mean, you're gonna lose all this splash stuff back here, and it winds up being almost the same size as this. All right, guys, but this, you know, to tell you the truth, this is originally what I wanted to do, was to put the license plate on top of this thing. All right, but I guess we'll lose these big dorky signals, you know, and the big dorky turn thingies. I mean the stoplight, you know, the signal, the running light and all that. Yeah. Okay, well, okay, let's go install. Okay, so there's supposed to be some kind of spacer here. All right, and I don't have it. I didn't get any fasteners with this. So it says there's supposed to be some spacers here, and then you mount it, and then you're supposed to connect the turn signals and then install it. And pretty simple, right? Yeah. So black to black, yellow to red, purple to orange. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll test it, and then I gotta go find some spacers for these ones. And I think we're gonna wind up using the fasteners that came with it. Yeah, we're gonna use these guys, I think. I don't think I have the right bolts, guys, but let's go test this out real quick. Alright, so I hope I know what goes where. There's only two lights, two here, so I don't think we use the license plate light. Oh, okay, we use the right turn signal and the left turn signal. I guess we gotta figure out which ones are which. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll just plug them in and find out if they work or not. Okay, we're not gonna use this one because there's no license plate light. The black goes to the black, it says. Okay. And then I got a red and an orange. Yellow to red. So find the yellow. I plug the yellow to the red. So, okay, there's a red right here. Plug this guy in, and then by process of elimination, you must go here. Okay. And I kind of don't like how they're like exposed like that. Yeah. Anyway, let's just test it out first. All right, I'm gonna fire the bike up. Okay, I got a light. I'm gonna do the left turn signal. Okay, left turn signal works. Right turn signal works. My blinkers are blinking too fast, but hey, whatever. That's fine. Cool, that'll work. As long as they're not blinking too slow. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. It says I need some kind of, yeah, now I know why it says you need a spacer because of that. Okay, there's like a gap between this one and that one. And then I guess the center one we no longer use. I should just probably put that screw back in there so the thing. Okay, so it looks like it all works fine. I just have to get it up in there, guys. So it says you need an M5 by 25, and I don't have it, guys. So I have one. I found one. So anyway, I'll get it up in there and show you what it looks like, guys. Basically, you just bolt these 4 bolts on here. All right, the one in the back doesn't do anything anymore. And then you need a spacer for those 2, like it mentions. Okay, I found some spacers right here. I think these will do the trick, so we'll use these. But I need to find some long bolts. Okay, guys, there you go. That's what it looks like. So I think I need to get a longer screw. I'm gonna go get the proper screw, but I think I had the right one. I definitely had the right one. Okay, I had the perfect size. They even says so in the manual that you need an M5 by 125. You need an M5 by 25 millimeter, and that's what this is. All right, and it fit perfectly. This one is like an M5 by 25 or something, so it doesn't. It's not quite. It's just barely long enough. So I want to probably get a longer screw for this, but I don't have any more. So I guess I'll have to go to like the hardware store and grab some. Hopefully, I can find some. What I might do is just buy a whole kit off of Amazon. They have a bunch of screws and stuff. So all right, for these ones I just used the original screws. All right, I'll probably put one of them back here, and yeah, so that's it. I think what I'm gonna do is take it back out, and I'm gonna this looks so ugly, man. This is okay. All right, I don't mind all these small bolts sticking out, but these big ones I kind of don't like looking at that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it around so the bolt head is on this side. All right, it'll look a lot cleaner, and then all this stuff will be like inside here. Okay, and there's a little bit of a gap here too, so I guess it'll be okay. The other stuff did get dirty and stuff. Yeah, all this stuff is gonna get dirty in here, man. Hopefully it's all. Oh yeah, you know, another thing is what I might want to do is clean up the wrap the one wire we're not using. We didn't use the license plate light. I don't know what this is for. Is this the zip tie? Yeah, I think that's the zip tie. This right here. Yeah, I think that's what that's for. Don't really need it, but yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna take it all back out and then clean it up again, like I mentioned. We'll flip these bolts around. I'll have to find a longer bolt some other day. Okay, and then yeah, and I'll show you the final results. But yeah, let's do another quick test. Okay, there it is. It looks nice. It's kind of small. You have to really look straight at it. Okay. Oh yeah, another thing we didn't check is the brakes. Let me go do the brake. Oh, there we go. Works. Brakes work. Got that? Okay. Turn signal. Left. Right. Yeah, you can't really see the turn signals all that well, man. I'm wondering if you can add turn signal, I want to add maybe like a small turn signal to it or something. You can like barely see that. I don't know why. Yeah. What I might want to do is add like a turn signal to the license plate bolt here, maybe. Probably do that, or add a LED right here and here. Just literally you can't see it. Let me see. Let's go. Could you guys tell it's turning? No, not really. Right? Yeah, you could barely tell it's on. Maybe at night you know, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly, guys. I don't think the police will like that. So we might have to find some other way of putting turn signal on here. All right, but for now it'll be okay, I guess. But it looks sweet though. It looks much more futuristic, like this. It's kind of weird. Some of the LEDs aren't working. Check the other one. Oh yeah, some of the LEDs aren't working. God damn it. Are you freaking for real? Yeah, some of the lights don't work. Yeah, some of the LEDs aren't working. Ha! Alright, anyway, whatever, man. That's fine. It mostly works. Yeah, if I can add like a turn signals, at least to the license plate light would be nice, because you can't see that from the back, man. I guess you could. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's an excuse for the police to pull you over right there, man. I'm telling you. All right. Anyway, and they might complain about it's blinking fast. We might have to do something to make it blink slower, but it blinks. And actually, I would rather have it blink faster anyway. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go fix those things. What I'll probably do is clean up all this mess here too. Yeah, like this. Ugh. Yeah, this is all tore up because of the other one is like rubbing up on this. So I don't know. We'll put some Honda polish on it and see if it comes off. All right, Hazemeg here. So I succeeded in getting the scratches out of it, but I need to polish the crap out of it. So as you can see, the scratches aren't here anymore, and it's very smooth, but it's not as shiny as this plastic, right? The original plastic. So I went down to 1,000. I went 500 grit. I had to do 500 grit to get rid of all the scratches, man. There was a lot, dude. So if you remember, there was scratches here and here and here, and then I went to 1,000 grit, and this is what I got. Okay, so and you can see it picks up a lot of dirt because the plastic is not isn't polished. Okay, so I think I got to go. I'm gonna get some 1,500 grit sandpaper. The finest I've got is 1,000. So we're gonna get a 1,500 and then 2,000, and then maybe we can use a polish after that. But I tried using rubbing compound and all that. So Hazemeg is not a body man, okay? But yeah, it looks a lot better than it did before, right? It's just kind of dirty looking. So I think I'm just gonna put the tail on now, and then I can work on this later. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me all that much. It kind of bothers me a little bit, but at least you don't see the scratches there anymore. So okay, I'm gonna put the tail on now. Also, I tried to put this back on the license plate light, and for some reason it won't work with the license plate light. The tail light won't work with the license plate light on. I don't know why, because it worked before. So I don't know what the dealio with that is, but it works without it. So all I did was I covered it. It would have been nice. My plan was to bolt it here, and then there would be like a light shining down on the tire. Kind of does like this underglow lights. I was like, hey, well, I got a light to plug it in there, and unfortunately I can't use it now. I don't know why it won't work with the tail light, but I'd rather have the tail light. Okay, so that's the scoop. I'm gonna put it back together, and then you guys will see the final results, and then I'm gonna clean up all this mess here, man. All right, Hazemeg here, and there it is. It's all done. All right, so that's what it looks like when it's all said and done. All right, a lot cleaner. There's no turn signal sticking out here, and there's the light. Let's go turn it on. Yeah, I think something's wrong with my key switch. Okay, there it is. It's pretty bright. Can you see it in the daytime? I don't know. All right, this is the brake light. Yeah, you could definitely tell it's braking. Okay, and then the turn signals. Fortunately, the turn signals are super fast, but that's okay. Actually, I prefer them super fast anyway. So, all right, this one is like messed up. Like I mentioned, it's missing. Some of the LEDs aren't working. I don't know. Okay, and then we have to go find out how to fix this. So remember, there's like a ton of scratches here, here, and here from this cover over it. This cover was over this part right here, right? You couldn't see it before it was in there, and when that thing flopped around, it scratched the shit out of it, right? There must have been some dirt that got caught in there and just got scratched. I was able to take out all the scratches. However, it needs to be polished, all right? I need to put so the most I did was 1,000 grit. So we're gonna get a 1,500 grit and then a 2,000 grit sandpaper, and then we'll see. Okay, I don't have those. So hopefully we can get it as shiny as the rest of the body, okay? If not, it's not a big deal. So, but yeah, it just kind of looks dirty, you know? It picks up dirt a lot more than the rest of the thing. I guess you take for granted how nice and shiny the plastics are. Okay. All right, cool deal. Should we fire it up? Yeah, let's fire it up. Oh, it still works. Well, it almost fell off the stand because of the regen. Okay. All right. And there it is. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It looks pretty straight. So what I did is I grinded the hole a little bit so I can adjust it, and then I measured from here to here is like 4 or like 12 millimeters. Nah, that looks like 12 millimeters right there. Okay, so the distance from here to here is all the same. So I know it's centered. Okay, so there it is. It looks good. All right, if you're wondering how it looks like compared to this guy, all right, that's what it looks like. Okay, a lot tidier, way more tidier, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish they'd made an LED that covered this part here, like this whole part right here. Why not make that a whole LED, right? This whole part right here, and then this could be the turn signals. All right, I'm also not a big fan of the turn signal. You can't really see it from behind, guys. Yeah, like I mentioned. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it from behind, I guess. It'd be nice if they were sequential too. Like they, I mean, if like, you know, it moved in a certain direction. It kind of does look like it does though. So, I guess it'll work. I mean, I guess what we could do is I can add a turn signal over here maybe, or maybe back here. But that's okay. I think it'll be fine. Or maybe add a turn signal on the license plate, like those little round ones. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Figure it out. But I think they could have done better than this. All right, that's what I want to say. Yeah, I think they could have done better than that. Would a Hades Mega pay $200 for that? Not really, man. I don't think it's worth 200 bucks. I don't even think it's worth the 140 I paid for it. To be honest, man, I would pay legit. I would pay like 100 bucks for something like this. Okay, it just doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe I should have polished the plastic. Oh, this is there. You don't polish it. It's like a kind of like opaque material. So, okay, but yeah, it's pretty bright, you know, and I guess it does light up the license plate a bit. If I remember correctly, I think the license plate is supposed to be like back here, and I think people were destroying it with the thing. Also, the nice thing about this is it's a LED, eats up less power. So the light eats up less power. I guess I know it's gonna be a bitch to. It's gonna be a bitch to cover that. Yeah, you know what I should have done is I should have made if I could make a switch to turn that off, that would have been good. Yeah, because when I race, I have to block this. I have to take if it's one thing that you have to get rid of your bike is the stoplight. All right, the people don't want to see your stoplights on the racetrack, man. Okay, they don't need to know when you're braking, type of thing. So anyway, so that's a scoop. That's the new Rage Cycles rear fender eliminator kit. All right, I think it looks great. It definitely cleaned the tail up. Right, we got no more floppy turn signals and bulbous freaking tail light. Yeah. So the next thing is we're gonna try to get rid of these I kind of don't like these because they kind of get in the way when I put straps on the bike. And then I want to add an on-off switch to this bike, so I might get one of those what is it, Warp 9 switch for it. So, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna try to get rid of these, and then I'm gonna add a turn signal to the handguard right here. I think that's the best place to put it, anyways, right? So that's the scoop. That's the rest. That's the rest of the mods, the lighting mods I want to do to this bike. Okay, I already got. So I've got the LED front headlight, and then I've got LED tail lights now, and then we just got to get LED blinkers for the front. All right, and yeah, like I said, I crashed into a barrier, and then these broke off. So I was like, man, can we just like freaking get rid of them? They're ugly too, man. So gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the lighting on the Redshift. But yeah, there's one more thing to check is the floppy fender test. All right, so here we go. All right, it's a lot less floppy than it was before. It's still a little floppy, but a lot less floppy. All right. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe they could have made this thing a little longer. Well, 4 of the screws are holding it. I guess that's okay. It's pretty well secured. So. I don't like that it's open back here, alright, but yeah, I guess if I wanted to unplug the tail light, I could do it pretty easily. Oh, I can feel the resistor's getting hot back here. Oh, that's another thing, that resistor has to be there so the blinker works or something. Well, you know what, I know what that resistor's for. I think the resistor is for the tail light, this guy. So yeah, so now I think I understand why the LED light doesn't work. So the Redshift has like a funky electrical system, guys. There's no like turn signal relays or anything. It's all like computer controlled, I guess, and the computer needs to see certain like current draw and stuff, all right? And if it doesn't see it, it like kind of freaks out. So that's what the resistor is for. The resistor is to put a load on the lighting so the LEDs work, okay? So it's, I don't know, it's, so if you thought you were, I know, man, if you thought you were saving power because you got rid of the incandescent bulb for a LED light, you're sorely mistaken, because the resistor heats up back here, right? It eats up a little bit of power. I notice it gets warm. It eats up a little bit of power, guys, so it'll chomp up your battery a little bit. So there's that. I think the resistor is for the tail light, guys. It's so the tail light illuminates. So if you remember correctly, when I plugged in this guy, all right, this guy, because I wanted to use this, right? When I plugged in the LED light, it didn't work. All right, I think it didn't work because it sensed that there was too much current or something, and yeah, there's too much current in the wiring or something, and it didn't, for whatever reason, the tail light don't work. So I had to take it out, unfortunately. I wanted to run it, but it's really, this bike's electrical system is too complex, guys. It's not like any other motorcycle where, oh, just send 12 volts to this wire, you know? Yeah, it's not like that, man. It's real finicky like that. So I never had a bike this finicky with the electronics. All right, anyway, yeah, so that's just some of my thoughts there. It would have been nice if I could still use the license plate light, so I could illuminate the tire. I guess, I don't know, that's what I was gonna do, but I guess not. Oh, and it's raining. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is Meg out.